Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black.
This is it, Satan. For the sake of our most glorious project, you will die today!
Hey guys, how's it going? This is Supreme, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down the most recent tier list I put together for Dragon Ball Legends. The new units in this tier list are Vados and Champa. We also have Namek Goku with his Zenkai, and the new Metal Cooler with Super Saiyan Vegeta. So without further ado, let's get into the Z Plus tier and break that down. We have two new additions in here, the Super Saiyan 3 Zenkai Goku and the Zenkai Namek Goku. The Zenkai Super Saiyan 3 was in Z tier last time I did a video on this topic, and now he has jumped up to the Z Plus tier due to the fact that we do of course have the Zenkai Namek Goku. You can run him alongside the Super Saiyan 3, and we have the LF Gohan, who is in #1 spot. So the fact that those three can be run together just makes them that good and makes them, you know, Z Plus tier candidates. So yeah, that's why they are in there, and they are just incredible all round. We'll start off with Gohan. Everyone knows he is a cheat code in this game. You could pretty much put him in his own tier, and that would be perfectly fine because he is that broken. He's miles ahead of the rest, and he's just yeah, horrible to fight against. He does insane damage. His last man standing capabilities are just incredible, and yeah, overall he's the best unit in the game for that reason. Second place, we still have Android 18. Incredible unit. She takes out even the unit that's in the third place, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. She can take him out in 2 strike cards. That's how good she is. Very, very strong unit. Loads of draw speed, low cost on her strike, and she just yeah, she can take away any team really easily. Even red units, she doesn't really have too much of a hard time taking care of them, so that's why she is in the #2 spot. #3, like I said, is the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I think after a couple of weeks of the Namek Goku being out, I can pretty confidently say that he is slightly better than the Super Saiyan Namek Goku, due to the fact that he's just better at outputting damage and he doesn't take as much skill to use him. The Namek Goku's blue card is very, very good against low skilled opposition because they just use cards anyway. But when you're fighting a really good player, it's very easy to miss your blue cards because they can bait you into things and stuff like that. So you do have to be very careful with that, and that's why he is #4 and not #3. But like I said, Z Plus tier is, you know, just a mile ahead of the rest. So that's why they are all there. And if you notice, they're all Zenkai units. So yeah, you can kind of see where this meta is going and how it's been for the last few months. But here we have 3 units in the Z tier that aren't Zenkai units. So yeah, it's pretty good to see that there are some units that can compete in the meta, and the first one is the Green Rose. Absolutely fantastic unit. He is incredible. He just does everything. He recovers ki with pretty much everything he does. He heals with everything. He does loads of damage, has increased draw speed, and yeah, it's just a nightmare to deal with. And it's pretty tanky as well because of his healing and everything. He's always getting back to full health pretty easily. So that's why he is in the Z tier. That's why he is the 5th best unit in the game at the moment, followed by Vegito Blue, who has jumped up quite a bit. And I think I was a bit harsh on him last time. I put him, I think it was behind this Vegeta, and I think that was a bit harsh on him. He is still a very, very good unit. The fact that he can take away buffs is really, really important. He locks in with his blue card. His ultimate is the hardest damage dealing ultimate in the game, so yeah, that's why he is in that position. His combos are infinite, so yeah, he's basically a Rising Rush farmer, and he's very, very good for that reason. And of course, he is a counter to the best unit in the game, which is Gohan. If you're in a last man standing against that Gohan, you can, you know, try to take away his buffs or something like that, and it's very, very useful. So that's why he is in the #6 spot. Then we have Cell, who a lot of people still don't know how to use, and I don't understand why, and I don't know why people think he isn't as good as #7 on the tier list, because he is incredible. If you do not have Zenkai LF Gohan or Zenkai Namek Goku, invest on an androids team. As you can see, in the top 10 units, 3 of them are androids, and that's all you need in battle. 3 units and then 3 bench units. This Cell is incredible. He has 2 health bars, which in itself is already just amazing, and the fact that he has a unit to cover him like 16, who is the tankiest unit in the game, is just amazing, because you can basically eat 2 Rising Rushes with these 2 units. You can eat the first one with Cell, for example, take away his first HP bar and come back at full power, or you can do the same with 16 and just eat that Rising Rush like it's no man's business, because this guy is the best tank in the game. He is the perfect definition of what you want a defense type to be. He hits pretty hard, he heals, his ultimate is easily one of the strongest in the game, even though he does kill himself, and he's the strongest tank in the game. He can eat loads of damage. And then we have the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, who is the best support type in the game, even though he's a ranged type. What that means is that he's got pretty high stats, and he can also do a lot of damage due to those high stats, and he's got great supportive capabilities. And the reason why he is this high is because he basically buffs his team up loads. Like, it's incredible. He gives them damage buffs, he heals them when he dies, he takes away opponents' Dragon Balls, he just does everything you want a support unit to do, and at the same time he buffs a lot, and he does reduce substitution count, which is great. That's why he is in that position there. Bardock as well, very good unit. The only reason he isn't higher is because he hasn't got the best team at the moment. You can of course run him with Namek Goku and the new Super Saiyan Vegeta, who is down here, but he isn't the strongest unit on his own to be higher on this tier list. But yeah, he's in Z tier, he's still a very strong unit, and the damage he allows Super Saiyans to do is just incredible, so that's why he is up there. Then we have Goten, who I've said many times is my favourite support unit in the game, I would say, alongside Vardos, who is just a bit lower. The only reason this guy is higher is because he does more damage, and he is a little bit better at tanking. Vardos is really weak, and that's why she isn't higher up on this tier list, but she is the best pure support in the game. This Goten isn't far off her. He's very, very good and a very fun unit to use, and he's slightly better than the other yellow Son family unit that you could run on that team, which is the Zenkai Kid Goku. Fantastic unit. He has endurance, he nullifies endurance, he gives ki on switch out, he does the whole lot. He is a very, very strong unit, a very fun unit to use, has draw speed as well, and does a lot of damage with his strike cards. That's why he is in that position. And then we have Kefla, who has shown that her age is, you know, you can tell she's a bit old now, but she is still very, very good. She deals a lot of damage, she's got her feint, and overall she's just a fantastic unit, but she can't tank pretty much anything. If you throw a Super Saiyan 3 Goku in front of her, she's going to die in 2 cards. That's pretty much the way it is now. You need to be a very, very strong unit to be able to take a combo from that Super Saiyan 3, so that's why she is down here. She was higher, she's dropped down a little bit just because of that. And then we have Majin Vegeta, who is the big surprise on this one. The reason he's dropped down so much, I think he was like behind Bardock or just in front of Bardock, is because Namek Goku's just replaced him completely, and he has fallen off loads because of it. It's a shame, but it is the way it is. I mean, you can't really do anything about it. He's the last LF that got released, and in my opinion he will be probably S+ tier by the next time I do another tier list video, just because this is the last video before Black Friday on this topic. So yeah, I think for Black Friday we're going to get obviously 2 top tier units, maybe a Zenkai unit, so he's going to drop down, and it's a shame to see that because he is a great unit, but he's just not lived up to the hype that that everyone gave him. So yeah, it's a shame to see, but that's why he is there. Then we have Piccolo, great unit individually, does a lot of damage, but overall isn't what you'd want him to be. I don't know what's happening here with my keyboard. Okay, so yeah, I don't know why Piccolo, he just doesn't fit into the meta really well because his team isn't the best right now. Regen kind of need one more unit to bring them back to the top, but he is a very, very good unit, does a lot of damage, tanks well because he's a Zenkai 7 unit, takes away Dragon Balls and gets Dragon Balls for himself, and he just does a lot of damage. So yeah, that's why he is in the Z tier. He is the last unit on the Z tier, and again another one that if Regen don't get any support in the next couple of weeks, he will drop down to the S+ tier as well, unlike Majin Vegeta, who's definitely going to drop down here no matter what happens. Then we have in the S+ tier, we have Vardos, one of the new units that's been added recently, and she is the best pure support unit in the game. The only problem is that she isn't tanky at all, and she's just very vulnerable to that kind of stuff. Even though she does heal a lot, you cannot tank anything with her, and that is the big problem in her kit. Then we have Champa, who is great. He deals a lot of damage, but he does need a lot of help from Vardos. If you do not have Vardos and you're running Champa on his own, you're going to see that he's not really that good compared to what he is with Champa, for example. With Vardos. So yeah, that's why he is in the S+ tier. He doesn't have draw speed or anything like that, but of course Vardos giving him ki and all that kind of stuff is very good when she switches out, and also heals him. He heals with his main ability, He also has a great green card, that's why he is this high, which immobilizes your enemy, takes away their Dragon Balls, and cancels their attribute upgrade, which is very, very good. One of the best green cards in the game, and that's why he is up in that position. Then we have Merge Zamasu, one of the units that's dropped down from the Z tier, and yeah, he's just not what he used to be pretty much. He hasn't aged very well. He did get replaced pretty much on Future by this Vegeta Blue that's up there, and he just isn't what he used to be. He's a very he's a unit that likes the match to drag on quite a bit, and right now we're not in a meta that allows you to do that really that much. He is a very strong unit, has a good cover change, has a strong green card, and all that kind of stuff, has a very strong ultimate, but overall he isn't the best unit anymore, and he was in the Z tier last time I did a video on this topic, but the inclusion of the few new units that have been added and just how the meta's progressed has made him drop down into the S+ tier. And we have this Vegeta Blue, the LF Vegeta, who's dropped behind this Trunks, and it's pretty much for the same reason. This Trunks has better stats, and this guy, his stats are pretty bad right now. You can tell if you have him at low stars, which I would imagine you do because he's an LF unit. His stats just aren't living up to what you want a unit to have right now, and that's why he isn't in the Z tier anymore. He has dropped down into the S+ tier, and this Trunks here just has really good draw speed, really good damage all round, and is just a better option for Vegeta family. Then we have Vegito, the yellow Vegito just above the Rage Trunks, both very good yellow units. I would say the Vegito's just a little bit better because he does more damage, and the Trunks doesn't tank half as much as he used to, so that's why he is in that position right there. After that, not many changes really. The only changes, of course, are the addition of this Super Saiyan Vegeta, who has not lived up to my expectations at all, and neither has the Metal Cooler, who is back here behind Basil. And other than that, not really any more changes. These have been very minor changes. The only changes have been made at the top with the inclusion of Namek Goku, of course, and with Vados and Champa being added. But yeah, these new units, I would say skip them. They are very good, but we're living in a meta where you really don't need to summon on an all-star banner. I mean, the Wolves were pretty much an easy skip for a lot of people. They are very good when you run them together, but they're just not, they're not good enough. Then we have, of course, the Metal Cooler, who is the best LOE unit, I would say. You do have the LF Vegeta, who's jumped up. He was around down here where Turles was. Turles has jumped up from S tier to S+ as well. And we do have a few little changes here and there, but as you can see, this is how the meta is looking. And a few units are really, really close to falling down. This guy just about hanging in there in the S+ tier just because of the inclusion of the new LOE unit. This Cooler isn't at Zenkai 7, and none of the old Zenkais are at Zenkai 7 yet, just because I want to wait until the month of November is over and we have all of them at Zenkai 7 for 7,000 crystals, and then I will update that and I will do a bit of studying to see which one's better than which other one, kind of just place them in the tier list all at Zenkai 7, so that will change pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this tier list. Let me know if you think this is accurate, and let me know what changes you would make, and also let me know your favourite unit in the game right now and what you think will be coming for Black Friday. I will have a video out very soon which are going to be my predictions on which units will be coming for Black Friday, so keep an eye out for that one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new around here for more Dragon Ball Legends content. Hit the notification bell to never miss a video again, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.